25 insane facts about Mexico City you never knew. Number 1 will blow your mind.
Number 25, with over 170 museums, Mexico City surpasses London, Paris, and New York in sheer number of cultural institutions. The collection ranges from world-class art galleries like the Museo Nacional de Arte to bizarre niche museums dedicated to chocolate, tequila, and even shoes.
Many offer free admission on Sundays, flooding their halls with families and students every single week. Number 24, Mexico City lies in a high-altitude valley at 2,240 meters above sea level, making it one of the highest major capitals in the world. First-time visitors often feel lightheaded or short of breath without understanding why. The thin air affects everything from cooking times to athletic performance, and marathon runners consistently post slower times here than at sea level events. Number 23, in Mexico City, tacos are not a meal category but a way of life.
Street vendors called taqueros set up on virtually every block from early morning until well past midnight, serving an astonishing variety of fillings from slow-braised barbacoa to crispy fried grasshoppers. Locals debate the best taco stands with the same intensity other cities reserve for fine dining restaurants.
Breakfast tacos are just as serious as dinner ones.
Number 22, Chapultepec Park covers over 680 hectares, making it roughly twice the size of New York's Central Park. The grounds contain a castle, a zoo, multiple museums, botanical gardens, lakes, and ancient Aztec ruins all within walking distance of each other.
On weekends, millions of residents descend on the park for picnics, boat rides, and family gatherings, turning it into one enormous outdoor living room. Number 21, the Casa Azul in the Coyoacán neighborhood is where Frida Kahlo was born, lived, and died.
The vivid cobalt blue house has been preserved almost exactly as she left it, with her paints, corsets, wheelchair, and personal belongings still arranged throughout the rooms. The museum attracts over 800,000 visitors per year, and lines to enter can stretch around the entire block during peak season.
Number 20, when workers were digging the Pino Suarez metro station in the 1960s, they accidentally uncovered a perfectly preserved Aztec temple dedicated to the wind god Ehecatl.
Rather than destroying or relocating it, engineers redesigned the station to incorporate the ruins. Today, commuters rushing to catch their train walk past a 600-year-old pyramid without giving it a second glance, which says everything about this city.
Number 19, the Chinampas of Xochimilco are artificial floating islands originally built by the Aztecs to grow food on the shallow lake bed.
Over 500 years later, many of these gardens still exist and continue to produce flowers and vegetables. Visitors explore the canal network on brightly colored flat-bottomed boats called trajineras while mariachi bands float alongside selling songs for a few pesos. Number 18, Mexico City was built on the soft clay bed of a drained lake, and the ground has been sinking steadily for over a century.
Some areas have dropped by more than 9 meters since records began.
Buildings visibly lean and tilt throughout the historic center, sidewalks buckle and crack, and engineers fight a constant battle to keep structures from collapsing into the spongy, unstable earth beneath them. Number 17, Mexico City's main square, officially called the Plaza de la Constitución but universally known as the Zócalo, is one of the largest public plazas in the world. It can hold over 100,000 people and has served as the ceremonial heart of the city since the Aztec era. Political rallies, concerts, Day of the Dead celebrations, and even a seasonal ice rink regularly fill the enormous space. Number 16, many of Mexico City's most legendary street food stalls have been operated by the same families for decades, some stretching back 3 or 4 generations. Recipes for mole sauces, tamales, and specific taco preparations are guarded as closely as trade secrets. Certain stands have built such devoted followings that customers travel across the entire city to visit them, often waiting in line for over an hour. Number 15, the Palacio de Bellas Artes is a breathtaking Art Nouveau and Art Deco masterpiece that took from 1904 to 1934 to complete, delayed by revolution, political upheaval, and engineering challenges. The building is so heavy that it has sunk over 4 meters into the soft ground since its construction. Inside, massive murals by Diego Rivera, David Alfaro Siqueiros, and Rufino Tamayo cover the walls of the upper floors. Number 14, every year on November 1st and 2nd, Mexico City erupts into one of the most visually spectacular cultural celebrations on the planet. Families build elaborate altars called ofrendas decorated with marigolds, candles, sugar skulls, and the favorite foods and possessions of their deceased loved ones. The tradition is not about mourning but about joyfully welcoming the dead back for a brief visit, and the energy across the city is electric. Number 13, on September 19, 1985, an 8.0 magnitude earthquake struck Mexico City, collapsing over 400 buildings and killing an estimated 10,000 to 40,000 people. The government response was so catastrophically slow and incompetent that ordinary citizens organized their own rescue operations, pulling survivors from the rubble with their bare hands. The disaster permanently transformed Mexican civil society and building codes across the country. Number 12, in an almost unbelievable coincidence, on September 19, 2017, exactly 32 years after the devastating 1985 earthquake, another powerful 7.1 magnitude quake struck Mexico City. The second earthquake hit just hours after the city had conducted its annual earthquake memorial drill commemorating the 1985 disaster. Over 370 people were killed, and the date September 19 is now permanently seared into the collective memory of every resident. Number 11, Mexico City was constructed directly on top of Tenochtitlan, the Aztec capital that was built on an island in the middle of Lake Texcoco. The Aztecs connected their island city to the mainland via massive causeways and aqueducts, creating one of the most sophisticated urban centers in the pre-Columbian world. When the Spanish arrived in 1519, the city had a population of over 200,000, larger than most European capitals at the time. Number 10, the Metropolitan Cathedral, one of the largest and oldest cathedrals in the Americas, has been slowly sinking into the soft lakebed clay beneath it since its construction began in 1573. Different sections of the massive building have sunk at different rates, causing visible tilting and structural cracks throughout the interior. Engineers have spent decades working to stabilize the building, but the sinking has never fully stopped. Number 9, deep in the canals of Xochimilco lies the Isla de las Muñecas, an island completely covered in hundreds of decaying, weathered dolls hanging from trees and fences. The island's caretaker reportedly began collecting the dolls to appease the spirit of a girl who drowned nearby. He continued for over 50 years until his own death in 2001, found drowned in the same spot as the girl. The island is now one of the creepiest tourist destinations in the world. Number 8, Lucha Libre, Mexico's masked professional wrestling tradition, is a cultural institution in Mexico City. The Arena Mexico hosts bouts every week where masked wrestlers called luchadors perform acrobatic, theatrical combat in front of thousands of screaming fans. The masks are sacred, and unmasking an opponent is considered the ultimate humiliation. Some luchadors guard their true identities so fiercely that even their families never see their faces. Number 7, in 1978, electrical workers digging near the Zócalo accidentally uncovered a massive stone disk depicting the Aztec moon goddess. Excavations revealed the Templo Mayor, the main temple of Tenochtitlan, buried just meters below the streets of the modern city center. The Spanish had demolished the pyramid after the conquest and built their colonial capital directly on top of it. Over 7,000 artifacts have been recovered from the site so far. Number 6, Mexico City routinely ranks among the most congested cities in the world, with the average commuter spending over 300 hours per year stuck in traffic. The gridlock is so severe that it has fundamentally altered urban life. Many businesses have shifted to flexible hours, entire social cultures revolve around avoiding peak travel, and some residents simply accept that a 1-hour drive will take 3. Number 5, after a brutal 75-day siege in 1521, Hernán Cortés and his forces razed Tenochtitlan to the ground, systematically demolishing every temple, palace, and monument the Aztecs had built. The Spanish then constructed their colonial capital directly over the ruins, using the very stones from Aztec pyramids as building material for their churches and government buildings. The city you walk through today is literally stacked on top of the civilization it replaced. Number 4, virtually every major construction project in Mexico City's historic center unearths Aztec artifacts, walls, or structures that nobody knew were there. Workers digging foundations have discovered sacrificial offerings, carved stone sculptures, and even entire temple platforms buried just a few meters below street level. The city sits on one of the richest archaeological sites in the Western Hemisphere, and most of it has never been excavated.
Number 3, Mexico City was built on the bed of Lake Texcoco after the Spanish drained it over centuries to prevent flooding. The cruel irony is that a metropolis of 22 million people now sits on top of what used to be one of the largest freshwater lakes in the Americas and faces a catastrophic water crisis. The city extracts groundwater faster than it can be replenished, causing the land to sink and the water supply to dwindle simultaneously. Number 2, Tenochtitlan was one of the most extraordinary cities ever built. At its peak, it was home to over 200,000 people, connected by canals, floating gardens, and massive stone causeways. Its central pyramid stood taller than anything in Europe at the time. The Spanish destroyed it all in 1521, and today, 22 million people live their daily lives directly on top of its ruins, most of them completely unaware of the magnificence buried just a few feet below their shoes. Number 1, there is no city on earth quite like Mexico City. It is a sprawling, vibrant, sinking, chaotic metropolis of 22 million people built on the drained bed of a lake, on top of the ruins of a destroyed civilization, in a seismically active valley 2,200 meters above sea level that was never designed to support this many human beings. The ground beneath it is collapsing, its water is running out, earthquakes strike on cursed anniversaries, and Aztec gods still surface from beneath its streets with every shovel that breaks the earth. It should not work. And yet it thrives.